I think we were like, hold on, like, why is he called his kid blanket? Like, that's like calling your child sock. Yeah. And then we got the giggles. Photo shoot. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hi, we are back watching more episodes of Outnumbered for Comic Relief Rewind.
So get yourselves comfy and let's get stuck in.
I know how it was for me, but for you guys, how much was, improvising and how much was sticking to it?
I never personally saw the script, and we'd do it all muddled up as well, wouldn't we? So I wasn't always really clear about what the plot was. I'd just be told, right, in this scene, Karen's painted a picture.
Yeah, you're so
she's
right.
describing it.
It's mad, isn't it? It's
yeah,
mad
but
to do that.
Obviously the lines were slightly, could kind of give the gist of it, maybe swap a few words. But I remember I would always try and say crap, and they'd say, no, you have to say rubbish. Yeah. You can't say crap. I go, oh yeah.
A lot of that kind of improvisational comedy really did come from YouTube. It never really came from me to quite the same extent, I don't think. With you were 5 at the time and stuff, and there was no way that Andy and Guy, who were 2 men in their 50s, could have accurately written the thought processes of a 5-year-old girl. So it was this is the idea, you use your magic. And that's why you got the parties, because you just, supplied them with the magic.
It took so much pressure off as well. I feel like it changed our performance. We were all so much more natural and kind of confident in those situations because we weren't burdened by a massive script of 6 episodes each time.
But as well, wouldn't they as well film the little bits, wouldn't they, after we'd finished? They'd film little clips of them just going, but I...
Oh, yeah. What did they used to call them? Were they
little bitties or something. They used to, right, we're just going to film something. You remember that? Yeah, we'd go off and then just... But can we, and then they, I guess, would just intersperse those with the things, and that's how they made it work, I guess. Shout out to the editors.
Shout out to the editors.
The thing that sticks out to me about the improv was when we were watching Michael Jackson's funeral on TV, and then meant to be improvising, just talking about what we're watching. And then I think we were like, hold on, why is he called his kid blanket? That's calling your child sock. Yeah. And then we got the giggles, and we couldn't.
I remember that.
Started saying, okay, guys,
need a little bit more footage,
guys,
please.
Yeah. And we just kept breaking into giggles.
Just that naturally funny.
Yeah. So this next one is from Sport Relief 2010.
Dad, where are you, Dad? Dad, I've got something to show you. Dad, I've written my ideas list for things I can do for Sport Relief.
Right. Well, that's a lot of ideas. Why don't you go through that with Mum?
She said you'd like to go through it with me.
Those little blue polos, mate.
We had fake school uniforms, didn't we?
Yeah, a fake school.
They actually had school uniforms made, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right, well.
What are you doing?
I'm just crossing out all the ones involving the word air rifle.
Poor Ben. Having his good times blocked.
He loves dangerous tools, doesn't he, Ben? It's a reoccurring
Absolute connoisseur of dangerous tools, Ben.
Yeah.
Is Sports Relief the one with Pudsey Bear?
No, darling.
What happened to Pudsey Bear's eye?
Probably lost it in a fight. You know what teddy bears are like when they've had a few drinks. Oh no, look, here's a possible. Sponsored diving. You good at diving then?
Yeah, I'm as good as that, what's his name?
Tom Daly?
No, Drogba. I'm going to charge £1 for every time I win a penalty for going like this.
Again, just keep up the boys, up the Arsenal.
Whoa!
No.
I remember doing that as well. I distinctly remember that.
I remember this bit.
I'm fairly sure there's an age restriction on who gets to jump the Grand Canyon.
Why?
Because it's dangerous.
I wouldn't just be on my feet, I'd be on a motorbike. I'm not stupid.
No, Ben, you can't do it.
Daddy, you must stop saying that. It's bad for his confidence, always telling him we can't do things. It's bad parenting.
No, it's not.
And also, you're always stopping us from doing cool and exciting things.
Yeah, she's right.
Just trying to stop you doing things that are dangerous. That seems perfect.
I know, but sometimes you need to take a chance, otherwise your life is really boring. Like some people, they're scared of going outside. But if they go outside and have a really exciting day and then die, it's better
you didn't die.
It's better than staying inside and not doing anything at all and then die.
Yeah, she's right.
This is gonna be the most we've ever got on as characters in Outnumbered. This is wild. You're a real ally. You're a real ally today for me.
The frizz on my hair is like illuminated. Like it's sort of crown.
Such frizzy hair.
So frizzy.
I love the way you always say, you must. Yeah. Sorry, it's so
Quite well spoken.
It's so well spoken.
That was, I think, the main difference in the way we spoke. That Karen was more well spoken than me, because she was very like, Daddy, that's rubbish. Whereas I would be like, oh, Dad, that's crap. Do you know what I mean?
Still hear it. You can still hear it.
Yeah. People always recognise my voice at work. People would say, do you know how I recognise you? It was your voice. And I say, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People say it to me all the time.
That's interesting.
The whole point of parenting is that you need to give the child the feeling that they can do absolutely anything.
But he can't do absolutely anything. For example, he can't box a kangaroo.
But how do you know if you never let him try?
Exactly, Dad. Listen.
I don't mean he's not capable of boxing a kangaroo.
You've never been this supportive once as a character. I don't know what's in Karen's head today.
Just trying to parent.
Yeah.
You're both parenting him in his parenting.
Yeah.
It's all in a good cause.
Yes, I know.
What about that one? I can surely do that one.
Swim the English Channel.
Yeah, I could do that.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could. I can do widths.
Oh, come on, of course Ben can do it. The woman on the one shows water skiing across the channel, and he's got to be fitter than her. I mean, all she does is sit on the sofa and giggle.
Yeah, she's right.
Who was that?
Yeah, who?
I didn't catch
referring to
it.
that?
I didn't catch
I remember.
Whoever she is, she's catching some shade.
Yeah, she is.
All right, look, here is one that you can do. Idea 34. Run the Sport Relief Mile. That is a very, very good, achievable thing to do.
I'm doing that,
Are you?
and so are you.
Am I?
Yes, we signed you up for the one that Mrs. Henderson organised at school.
Okay then. Oh, well, that's fine. If you've signed me
We
up.
ran the Sport Relief Mile together, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did,
We
didn't
did. Yeah, I think that's the first
And
time I've ever run that long.
did we meet David Cameron?
No, I've never met David Cameron. I don't know about you,
I think I'd done the Sport Relief Mile again and ended up running it to David Cameron. But we did do it together, didn't
Just
we?
you two.
I definitely did one of them.
We did it one together.
But I
I've
didn't
done
meet
it
David Cameron.
3 times, and I was running it to David Cameron once.
I really hope I did meet David Cameron and forgot him.
That's the dream.
Okay, I will be running the Sport Relief Mile.
Backwards.
I'm dressed as a chicken.
Oh, hang on, that's not...
You can't back out now. We've told the whole school.
I missed.
I drove past it this morning,
that
actually.
house.
I read something. Maybe I should say that. Well, I was just gonna say I was reading about the house. I don't know why, but there was the people that used to live in it. So yeah, it was a house, and like they would stay upstairs, wouldn't they? Do you remember they would stay? But they were like, oh yeah, like we got to know the Carslows, we were all a big happy family, and I was thinking, I don't think I ever met the people
wasn't
that
the
lived
case,
in the
no.
house.
I remember the people from the Greenwood house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
them.
we had the 2 houses next door to each other. So the house with the blue on the end was the one we filmed in, and then the house next door was like a green room house, and we had tutoring up in the top. That tiny room that I'd come in every day, and you would be asleep in the bed because you had to travel so far. You were just always asleep in that horrible bed with that those thick blankets, with the
I don't know what you're saying. Horrible. That was a very comfortable bed.
You liked that bed, yeah.
You know, it'd be a mind trip right now is going back to these houses and being so much bigger than everything.
Yeah.
It was so big for me at the time.
True, yeah.
Whereas if I was going in now, it'd just be like, for instance, that top room would be an absolute squeeze.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
This next clip is from Sport Relief 2012. So let's have a look.
So what's your name?
Karen, will this take long?
We should be on our way shortly. Are you a Chelsea fan?
No, I hate football. I just won this in a competition and I wanted to be on telly. Also, it would look good in my CV.
My main memory from this is that I remember I said to him, I was like, oh, like my brother's here, like he's a really big Chelsea fan. And he was like, oh yeah, bring him round after, I'll give him my boots. Oh, and I was like, okay.
Did Raoul get his boots?
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
my brother Raoul came, met him afterwards, and he just like took off his boots and just gave them to my brother.
mad.
And they like were specially made. So like I remember one was like 11 and a half, and the other was like 11 and 3/4, like the sizes, because obviously his feet are slightly different. And they had like his mum's name written on them and stuff. But he was just really nice. He was like, oh yeah, your brother, yeah, bring him down. Yeah, I'll give him my boots. And I was like, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, he was lovely. He was really nice. I always remember that.
Where was our custom tennis racket from
Yeah,
early 90s?
exactly. Sorry.
Right.
Is this an important game?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And are you feeling confident?
Yes.
Right.
Why'd you make that face?
No reason.
Poor guy. Like, imagine how pissed off he'd be. Like,
Just pure Karen.
yeah. Just trying to psych him out.
Excuse me.
Man, I look a little bit older in this.
Yeah.
The growth spurt was starting to happen at this point.
Yeah. How old were you here then?
And I imagine 12? 12 or 13, yeah.
I think I'm probably like 10 or 11.
Excuse me? You're Christine Blakely, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm a massive fan. Could I have an autograph, please?
Yes, of course, no problem. Thank you.
To Jake, please.
Jake.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pete.
Hello, hi.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realise.
It's almost like the most embarrassing bit of this.
He looked so chuffed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She was really nice, I swear.
Yeah, she was lovely. She was so
and I
lovely.
feel like I remember seeing her award show, like things
Yeah,
afterwards, and she would always say hello. Oh my God, hi guys.
Yeah.
I think I was too young and I wasn't really sure who she was, but I always thought,
Also,
that nice
yeah.
lady, that nice
Yeah.
lady.
I'm also a big fan. We
you.
always voted for you on Strictly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you and Dan Widdicombe, because Mum likes seeing Anton use her as a big floor mop.
Could you make one more to Dino, please?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
So you're here supporting
This was
your...
back when autographs were the thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember I used to get asked when I was little for autographs.
Autographs not a thing. I think it's just no one's asking us for autographs anymore.
No.
I think that's the difference.
I think autographs
though,
are
isn't
still
it?
a thing, but I swear it's all, oh, can I get a photo? Do you mean now you'd say, oh, great, can I get a photo?
Yeah.
You
No,
never say,
you're
oh, can I
right.
get your autograph? Like, I have all these autographs from award shows, and I can't read, I don't know who they are. Like, I can't read it, it's just like a squiggle.
Yeah.
So I have all these autographs that I just don't, like,
Impractical, mate.
Yeah.
Impractical.
it's quite
Glad we've
impractical.
evolved past it.
No, wow. I liked those days. Don't have to take a picture, you just sign your name. Like.
So you're here supporting your other half?
Oh, Adrian Charles.
Oh, no. Adrian and I work together loads, but no, we're not married.
Ben, Christine is engaged to Frank Lampard, who is a very lucky man, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Well, he's not that lucky. That goal against Germany was way over there.
Worst part is
The way
worst part of this, bro, yeah.
As well, like it's really, he's a very lucky man. Like.
No, netball is so much harder than football because in netball, the net is really small and only just big enough to fit the ball through. Whereas in football, the net is like about 20,000 times bigger than the ball.
It's not 20.
The goals are huge. Well, you should know, you make them.
No, I didn't.
Also, in netball, the net is really high up off the ground.
It hasn't got a huge goalie guarding it, has it?
Well, Amy Harrison is nearly 6 feet tall.
Football is definitely harder than netball, isn't it, lads?
Well, of course you would say that.
Karen!
Have you ever even played netball?
I have. I'm quite good.
Karen, stop it! Sorry, everybody.
Stop it!
Is that a cameo from a famous ref, or is that just?
I think, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
There just isn't enough knowledge about 2010's like
Yeah, the
English football for us to
football
appreciate
I
this.
feel like I've seen that ref before.
Yeah.
Same.
This is what as well about Outnumbered. I feel like it was really topical for the time.
Yeah, of
Like the
course,
way
yeah.
they wrote it, there was so many like little jokes about like pop culture at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you go back and you watch it, you're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what's that
No
about?
idea
like,
what that's
it's quite
referencing.
niche. Like.
Actually, this is a real coincidence because my daughter is Frank's mascot today.
Really? Oh, gosh, you won't forget that in a hurry.
No. And neither will he.
Christine, could I have 2 more, please? One to Mikey with a Y and one to Josh.
Okay.
Do you know what would make dancing on ice even better?
What would that be?
You're really great in that, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
If they had like these really thin...
Everything he says, bro. It's the little lean forwards and everything.
I know, the little sparkle in his eye as
That
well.
was a great performance from him.
Yeah. It's quite different. We've not really seen him act like that, I feel.
thin patches of ice that the skaters would have to avoid. So like, they're just skating along and suddenly they plummet through the ice, like bang!
Oh.
Or giant, angry walruses.
I feel like at this point, especially because I'd already started growing, mate, it was at this point where the comments from Ben, like, just stopped being kind of classic 7-year-old things. Like, this is a weird...
This is actually a bit weird, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
12 years old, still talking like
should have grown out of this by now.
Especially because I grew quickly, you know? So I look older almost, behaving like that.
Christine, now could I have 5, please, to no one in particular?
Are you selling these?
So, I mean, I know it's my own joke, it's probably why I'm the only one laughing, but yeah. I didn't realise he was doing quite so many of these.
Hustler, mate.
Yeah, he is a little hustler, isn't he? Funnily enough, my friend asked me for some autographs once back in the day that he could sell on eBay.
Really?
I gave him like 30 autographs, and I think he managed to sell like 8 of them or something over the course of a year. He was like, "No, I don't need any more." So, all right.
Well, you see, Christine, these are actually part of my business startup project for this term's economics module.
But you are selling them.
I can cut you in.
Exactly what you're talking about. Maybe you got the idea from this.
What's that armband? Is it a fashion thing?
Means I'm captain.
So you're in charge. Does that mean that if you lose, the newspapers will all blame you? Bet it does. Especially if you
1,000-yard stare you're getting off Frank Lampard there, man.
Yeah, he gets really pissed.
To be fair, that's
He gets
it's a good
pissed.
performance from him.
Yeah,
He can't even look at you anymore,
It's funny because I wasn't, like, my family is Chelsea supporters, so they were obviously quite excited, but I was probably like Karen, was like, don't really like football, not really interested. So it's quite funny.
They'll probably stick your face on a picture of a vegetable.
Frank, the ref doesn't have a mascot.
He does now.
So you're the ref.
Yeah.
And are you feeling confident?
I mean, all the kids are like, you're normal, like, Karen's a bit psycho, like.
Big time.
Yeah, you're like a...
Playing mind games.
Master with everyone, aren't you?
That last question, there was so much power in that. Are you confident?
And are you feeling confident?
Some of the things that really surprised me, the sibling solidarity, wasn't anticipating that to anywhere near that much extent. Yeah, God, the fashion, but not for the better. And Ben's violent streak coming out in that Andy Murray one, weirdly.
Yeah, and I think that it's almost like a time capsule, like it's like frozen in time, like all the references, all the people that were like, it's really nostalgic to watch, like it feels really comforting to me.
I think my biggest insight watching back on all of these is just frankly how lucky we all were to have not only got the audition, but had our mums take us up, managed to get the part, and then had to, live through all this decade of fantastic experiences and at the same time managed to raise some money, managed to put a smile on people's faces, and it's something I'll always be truly grateful for, I think.
Yeah, definitely an honour to be a part of the whole setup,
Thank you so much for joining us and watching Comic Relief Rewind.
And we hope you enjoyed it. We definitely did.
Don't forget to subscribe to Comic Relief for more laughs.
And to learn about the difference the charity makes tackling poverty and injustice.
Bye.